This is August the 9th, 2026. Current time is 6:17 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was going to go over the SP, what my expectations are going into Monday. You got into the top of the average daily range on Friday. It bumped up to here, so it has moved up. What makes total logical sense would be if it stays between 77 and 22 right now. That would be your gravitational point on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. It's already surpassed below the anchor VWAP for the 1-day, 1-minute chart. So coming down to whatever I said a while ago, be -2 deviation here, be statistical mean on the other. Technically on 1 day right now it'd be fine to buy into or sell into, either way. I know that's not like a great deal of assistance, but as the day stands right now, what potentials I'm showing is between here and here, 7730 and 7800. So it's still a 70-point move potential, so that's decent. If I was trying to play this on the 1 minute, then I'd be expecting more of a bullish move right now currently, even though it hasn't given me full confirmation yet. When I'm looking at any chart, what my go-to is, if it goes from green to yellow, that means it can pull back. If it goes back to green and breaks above the 10 moving average, then it can sustain a more bullish move. Then whenever you get a breakdown below the 10 moving average, then with the red confirmation candle, you'll expect a downward move. Right now it's continued to stay below that trend. That's my rules anyway. Many algorithms or players or whatever, they would have seen this line go at 610 and expected potential for reversal to the upper side. That didn't happen, of course. What can happen though is if you do get a confirmation candle here, is it can push for that same price point again. So whoever thought that it's becoming bullish can get out of their position. That'll be the ATR trailing stop also. That's a very good spot. That's the 200 moving average. That's a lot of the places where it can reject from. Then again, that gives basically 4 confirmation areas that you can exit your position to break even or get as close to even as possible. Again, right now, it will make a green candle once it breaks above that 10 moving average. If it actually does that, then it will turn into a green candle and give you that confirmation it can be a bullish move. RSI right now was very low a while ago. It came down to 2714, 27042. Then you get a bump up in at 27866. That's another thing that algorithms look for. That can be potential for reversal from a downward trend. This is all basically how you read markets and how you can tell on a chart without having any prior information or any news catalyst information what can and cannot be resistance potentially, or gravitational point, or where other players are currently stationed at. Another one that I like to look at is the 30-day, 30-minute chart. I have this this level right here. It shows, can't remember what it's actually called, high volume node. That's where many players jockeyed positions, got in, got out, purchased, or broke even. That's where a lot of people was playing at that particular time. That was 9:30 Friday. That's your most voluminous 30-minute node of the whole day. I don't think I actually looked at it on Friday. I looked at it on Thursday. I think I mentioned the 7788 would be fine for it to get up to on Thursday. Then it happened on Friday. It just happened to be that way. Again, right now, currently, it'd be fine for it to be picked up right now. On a longer term time frame, though, on a 30-day, 30-minute time frame, you're in a higher level. I pulled back down on a 30-day, which this don't really hold up all that well for after the initial first of the month or whatever, or around that time frame. What it could jockey for still is roughly down here. 75.45 what shows up right now. I have alert set at 75.20. That's a little bit lower than what it is. What the 30-day, the longer term time frame, is showing right now, but mine was down here. I would rather go with this lower level than even the statistical mean right now, just because I've seen it happen before where it's based off of the first of the month. More so than, some other strange day of the month. The body has broken above the 10 moving average. It is still on a downward trend though, heavily. So then once the candle closes, it should create a green candle, because that is more a bullish way. That was a doji. That's really good for bullish momentum as well, potentially. Again, if I was playing the 1 minute, then I'd be expecting a broader move to the higher side, even though you're at the statistical mean right now. Again, that's not wise to take a position there, but if I was on that gambling side of things, then I would be expecting more of a broader move to the higher side than the downward side right now. And again, here in 30 seconds, when this candle closes, it will create a green candle if it stays like it is right now. And it gives you more confirmation. The RSI gave you confirmation down here when it goes from whatever it was, 30, 27, 27, 27, 8. So this one here gave you confirmation that it can pull up, and you can see it's turned to a green candle right now. But if you're trying to scalp something, this is very, 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 very common for it to be moving like that. And that's pretty much all I got. Like I can set alerts for higher and lower levels. I mean, I can, if it does come up here, it's above the top of the average daily range, it's less likely to keep surpassing that, just because it's at positive 4 deviation also on the monthly. It gives me many different levels. It's top of the average daily range, my level from 1 day 1 minute, and my level from the 30-day time frame that could be resistant. So I would be more a player up there on the short side if I was going to take a position here. That's just kind of how it all works out. And you can see, like, you got a doji candle there. It's really simple. If you're trying to scalp this or whatever, or play it, you be expecting a broader move at least up to this previous high level. Again, the 200 moving average, 50 moving average is going to be there. The ATR trailing stop is going to be there. There's going to be many players that, if they're playing in this short period of time, they'll take at least some profit there. And it's just wise to do so, or at least that's my 2 cents worth. I could pause the video and see if it does that exactly or whatever. Not that it matters. Not that anybody's going to see this. It's just for my own reference, and maybe if my kids ever want to get into the stock market, then they can reference this also. But really super duper common. It's not rocket surgery or nothing. But again, my position would be to either take profit here, or because that's what the prior one was from open. And it was mostly sell volume at from in pre-market, or whatever you want to call it. And that'd be probably half of the entire freaking move. Let's see. From there to there. Yeah, it'd be a little bit above half the entire move that's made so far. But I could, once again, I should get confirmation. Where was it at? Let's see here. This one. Get confirmation there. Expect long. Get up to there. $7. Which, I mean, that one would be a bad day's take home, $350 is what you can make from one contract from there to there. And that's, in my opinion, relatively easy, as long as it continues going. But there's other things that you got to be mindful of if you're trying to watch this like a freaking hawk and stuff. You want to. I know this isn't perfect, but you want to make sure the buy volume is showing up as consistently being more buy volume than sell volume. And if you really wanted to get a scalping position, then you can wait for it to get right before it gets up to there. Just some unknown number in here. Just be ready to sell because other people are going to sell right there. You cut yourself a little bit short, but I'd rather take profit than lose or let the position go back to break even or whatever, because the gravitational point is right here at 77.67. And your RSI right now is 48, so you're right in the middle. But they may be playing off the RSI. See how it's making a red candle, red doji candle now. I'm trying to, as all sell volume, outpace prior one, so that make me less happy about a long position. But I've seen it before where they just saw it back and forth like crazy, and the shorts and longs are just battling it out like crazy. And for the most part, they'll allow something like this to happen. Again, that was a doji. That's in a hammer candle, just about. It shows up as being buy volume right now. But if that one outpaces prior one, then they can hold on to their long position and still hope for this higher level up here at least. Yeah, it shows up as being nothing but buy volume right now. We'll see though once the candle closes here in 5 seconds. That's mostly buy volume. That's not the best look though at, expecting a quicker move to the higher side. It probably will come up to here. And at some point it may come back down, then hit that or whatever. But again, seeing the break in the action and potential and what I thought was going to happen, it did. And it's just more confirmations in that the body didn't break down below 10 moving averages, still green, still buys. RSI 50 roughly right now. Oh, that's, not a bad look at, still potentially going up. I was hoping to just jack on up to there and sell off, and I can stop the video.